Hey guys, thank you for joining me and listening to who I think of as my Mount Rushmore of picks. I want to give a quick shout out to the gentlemen that are doing this. Mayhem Media. I will always thank y'all. And if you don't know me, I am Professor Bear from the Wrestling Society Network. And let's get into it. So, my Mount Rushmore of the best single wrestler ever. For me, there's no question. It has to be the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And not only was he the quote unquote uh, most championship reigns for a world title, but it was just his charisma, his overall appearance, the way he gave an interview, the way he wrestled. You name me someone who's did so many 60-minute, 90-minute matches. He was just the king. And even after retiring and should have went away, the Nature Boy is still gonna be the Nature Boy and can't help itself. So I want to give a quick woo to the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Now, for the woman wrestler in my Mount Rushmore, this one, I'm not gonna lie, was kind of hard for me. But then after thinking about it, doing some research, this woman gets a lot of credit as now of a lot of different things she done. But the one thing she really doesn't get enough credit for was carrying women's wrestling when it was completely dead. And that's Medusa. Medusa started in 1988 and she helped carry the wrestling for the women's when it was dead and gone. Everybody talk about Trish Stratus and the women's revolution and all that. But Medusa, she is truly the main one that kept women's wrestling alive. And I think she does not get enough love and credit for doing that. So for me, on my Mount Rushmore is Medusa. Now, for the tag teams, again, one of my favorite aspects of wrestling is tag team. And this was super hard because I thought about FTR. I thought about the Dudley Boys. I thought about the Rock and Roll Express. I thought about the Hart Foundation. I could go on and on and on. But this team, for me, started tag team explosion in the 80s. And they put tag team wrestling on a whole different level. And of course, I'm talking about the great Hawk, Animal, and Precious Paul. Yes, Precious Paul belongs. These are the Road Warriors, not the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. What else do I need to say? They have legendary status. When you pop a crowd, it's a Road Warriors pop. And that's all I need to say about that. And for my final top Rushmore, this is groups. And again, there's so many different groups out there you can name. Even before this group, there were great groups out there. But to me, what transcends every one of them is simple. If you know, you know. The Four Horsemen. No matter what, who was in the group, they just stood for something. You always knew that the Four Horsemen were going to do something and do it big. Even in their later years, when they were getting, as I like to say, crapped on, they still made the entire arena go, woo! And you always had the four. So for me, that is my top Rushmore picks. Again, Ric Flair, Medusa, the Road Warriors, and the Four Horsemen. You can't get no better than that.